my first pro, this is about how many pro skaters there were. Christian Hosoi, Tony Hawk, John Lucero, Jeff Kendall, Mike McGill, Mark Gonzalez, Lance Mountain, Steve Caballero.
You're like the little kid.
I'm probably the youngest guy here. When I think about when I grew up skating, where I grew up skating, and how I grew up skating compared to today, you have to realize I invented my own style of skating out of necessity. I saw some stuff on video, but mostly I saw magazines and I saw still images, and I couldn't understand how a guy got in or out of that image. What you see today is technique that's been perfected, whereas when I started skating, we were creating. It wasn't even proven to be a real career. When I told my dad, he goes, "What do you?" I had that Twisted Sister video moment where my dad came out of the room and he goes, "What are you gonna do with your life?" I said, "I'm gonna be a pro skater." "That's not even a real fucking thing, And he was right. I'm of the generation of skaters that had to prove it, that had to make it real. We're pioneers. In the early 90s, it was hard to have any real self-esteem. Big Brother said I was washed up. Once it was printed in the magazine, it was just like truth. I moved back to New Jersey, I moved into my folks' house, and several times had to look at myself in the mirror and say, what are you doing? Are you really gonna continue to try to do this? I started working for Pal Skateboards at the time and transitioning into being a team manager or doing promotional work for them, marketing stuff. And I was sent out on tour in a van with the riders, but I would skate the demos. And I would get more attention from the crowd than the other guys. And somewhere along the way, kids would come up to me and go, "You're a legend, man." That's when I realized, I don't have to quit this. I don't have to stop. Just because there's new faces, that doesn't mean I have to move away. It's skateboarding to me is skateboarding, and I'm not gonna quit because of somebody else. I'm not gonna change my way of skating because of somebody else. I'm gonna stay true to who I am. And I think I'd have to say that that's paid off.